Good morning, journalists. Well, we are back today. I know we had some map testing earlier in the week, and we are ready to get started into journalism. I did want to start on your project when you had your map testing going on in your English classes. So that's why we did the revise and edit yesterday and the day before. But today we are going to start in our project. I told you about it last week, and I'm going to kind of show you a little bit more about it today. You will notice that there is a description of the project posted. And for my at-home learners, that is so that your parents can see it, and you might want to get some help from parents. Your parents might have some ideas on where you can get certain types of news. There's also a rubric, so you can know exactly where I'm getting your score from. So if you lose 5 points, you can look on that rubric and see, oh, I didn't get 3 points here, I didn't get 2 here. And we're going to go over that in just a moment. Okay, so I'm going to start with going over on our Google Classroom page. And yours might look a little different because I'm not in student view, but this is just so you guys can see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm in Current Events Project, which is going to be open today. I'm going to go into Edit, that's just me. So this project is recurring every 3 weeks, like we've already talked about. That means that this is going to be your major grade twice in each 6 weeks. The project is detailed in one of the attachments, and you have your rubric in the other. So let's go ahead and look at our description. Okay, with this project, you're going to discover that there is a connection between the past news and news now. You're going to realize that there is a world outside of Texas. There is a whole world. It's great, big, and vast. And there's plenty going on, and we need to know about it. You're going to learn more about the primary and secondary sources and the benefits of using them and how are they limited. How is a primary source limited? We're also going to work on our oral and written communication, and you're going to have an opportunity to present what you learn. Maybe not with the first project, but we will be presenting some of these stories. And you're going to be writing with this project, writing heavy. This is a journalism class, you will be writing. And you're going to learn that you have an opinion to share with some of these articles. Maybe you thought that article was ridiculous, that's not newsworthy, or you disagree completely with what the author is saying. That's okay. You're going to form an opinion, and you're going to support it, and you're going to back it up. So with this article, you are expected to read the article. You're going to need to critique it and evaluate it. So what does a critique mean? Is it well written? Is there more information that needed to be included that wasn't? Then your evaluation is, what was your response? And you may not like every article you read. That's okay. I'll be honest, guys. I'm not that interested in golf, but I might read an article about Tiger Woods and his championships. My reaction isn't great. I mean, I'm not interested in that, but it's still new. So what is my reaction to that? And you're going to be doing that. You're going to also need to create a summary for your articles. You're going to need to do that for 5 articles or news stories every 3 weeks. Okay. The required number of articles might change if you don't have a full 3 weeks, for example, near Christmas or around STAR testing. We will do that, and I will keep you apprised of any changes that will be made for that. Your notebooks are going to be turned in on Fridays, and I'm not going to hunt them down. I will remind you when they are due, but you need to make sure you get those turned in. Okay, let's see, I'm looking for my cursor so I can scroll down. Okay, your resources for my online learners. You can use your local, state, national, and world focus. You need to know, is this a local story? Is this a news story, national story? What kind of story is this? You can get those from your newspapers. I know a lot of articles are available without a subscription online. I'm not asking you to go out and purchase a subscription by any means. There's plenty of resources online. USA Today, New York Times, Dallas Morning News, any of those will work. Hello, my dog just came out. Or you can use your magazines, Time Magazine, Newsweek. You could, depending on the article, you could get away with a National Geographic article, okay? you have any questions about what would be appropriate, just shoot me a message and I'll be happy to help you. And this is my dog saying hello. Your format. You need a copy of each story you choose, but my online learners, I will be getting into this. You can use a link because sometimes if you're turning it into me with Google Slides, you're not going to have a physical copy, and that's understandable. So you can use a hyperlink to your article. Okay, that's going to be required. I've got to be able to read the article myself. Okay, only one article each grading period. One article per 3 weeks can be a feature story. Remember, your feature stories are something that's not really news, but it speaks to human interest. Okay, that was one of our vocabulary words from last week. One article can be similar to a topic or a subject that you're going to find in the school newspapers, okay? Either the middle school newspaper or the high school newspaper. But one of your 5 must be of national news, okay? Has to be, okay? My online learners, you're going to put that article on the left side of the slide. I'm going to show you your template in just a moment. So my online learners, you're going to have a Google slide to present your information. I've already formatted them for you, and I've given you an example. Each slide will be formatted with 2 sections, just like you would have on a spiral notebook, okay? You're going to have your summary on the right-hand side. You're going to have your critique and evaluation on the right-hand side. And you're going to have to include your bibliographic information on the right-hand side. What's bibliographic information? That's what's the article, who wrote it, where did it come from, when was it published, okay? My online learners, you're going to be typing, so you don't need to know to write neatly. And you can be creative. If you want to use different colors and different styles of fonts, that's fine, okay? This is, have fun with it. Okay, your critiques and your summaries need to be in your own words. If they are copied word for word from the article, it is an automatic 0. No questions asked. It needs to be in your own words. You can paraphrase it, fine, but do not copy it word for word. Okay, that is taking somebody else's work and saying it's your own, and that is wrong. Your summaries. I need you to answer my 5 W's and my H. Okay, every article may be missing 1 or 2, but for the most part, you should be able to answer these. Who is the article about? Who wrote it? What is the article about? What event is going on? When was it written, and when did the event occur? Where did this take place? Why is it news? What's raising it to the level of being newsworthy? And how did this news impact the community? Your critiques and evaluations, they need to include an examination or what's your thought about the problem or idea that's being discussed. So be looking to answer what's your overall response to the article, how and why was this article or the person in this article significant? Okay, so my athletes out there, when Kobe Bryant passed away in January, there were lots of articles. So how was Kobe Bryant? How was that accident significant to get in the news? Okay, does the article relate to any of the units of study that you're talking about in your history class, or your social studies class, or your science class? Okay, and at the end of your 3-week mark, you are going to insert a blank slide so that I know it's the end of the period, okay? If there are any questions about that, please do not hesitate to send me an email or give me a call, and I'll be happy to help you guys with that. That is the description of your current events project, and now I want to go into the rubric. We've already gone over this a little bit, but now I've got it posted and you can see it, where all your points are coming from. So you get 20 points just for having your 5 articles. So 20 divided by 5, you've got 4 points per article, okay? You need to have a summary written in your own words. That is worth 20 points. Divide that by 5 articles. Each individual summary is worth 4 points. Somewhere in either your evaluation or your summary, you need to identify, is this a local story, a state story, a national story, or a world story? That is worth 5 points. You've got 5 articles, that means it's worth 1 point per article, okay? You need to identify your sources, and that's gonna be your author and your newspaper or the source that it came from. Where did this article come from? And that is worth 5 points. You've got 5 articles, so it's worth 1 point per article. Then your critique, your evaluation, your initial response, that is going to be worth 20 points. For 5 articles, that's 4 points per article. Okay? Make sure you tell me, what's the significance of this story? Why did this end up on the front page of the newspaper? Why is this getting space online? Okay, you got 5 points. For 5 articles, that makes it 1 point each. Okay, did you follow the format that I've given you? That's worth 5 points. And then if you turn it in on time, on the date that it's due, you get 5 points. So if you're late, not only do you lose the 10 points that you lose per MILSAP's grading policy each day, but you also lose that 5 points built into the grade. Okay, and that's out of 85 points, and that will translate to an actual grade out of 100 for you. Okay, so if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Shoot me an email, give me a call, and we will get you through this. Remember, this should be fun, okay? This is giving you an opportunity to be creative and kind of work with the news in your own special way, okay? I know you guys are gonna do great. You're gonna have fun with it, and I look forward to working with you guys. Have a great week.